Okay, this is going to be our lesson on multiplication properties of exponents. So let's do a little review of our previous ones, or just the main vocabulary that we're going to be using. When I have x to a power, this x, no matter what it is, if it's a whole number, fraction, whatever, this is our base. So that is our base. If we look at the 3, this is going to be our exponent. Exponent. So what does it mean? So if I have x to the third power, it doesn't mean that I multiply the base times 3. It means that I have 1, 2, 3 x's. All right? So this number on the top exponent lets me know how many of our base we have. So the lesson that we're learning today is called product of powers. Product means what? It means multiply, right? So we're going to take our base. So if we have like x to the m, and that's being multiplied by x to the n, what we're going to do is actually add our exponents, x, m plus n, to get our answer. So we could do a couple of examples. So if we have an example, and we do 3 to the second times 3 to the third. Well, what does that mean? 3 to the second means I have 1, 2 3s. 3 to the third means I have 1, 2, 3 3s. If I add them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that tells me I have 5 3s. So 3 to the fifth. Shortcut to that means I have 2 plus 3, which means I have 3 to the fifth. So all we're doing, if our bases are the same, so like 3 and 3, we're going to take those exponents and we'll add them together. So it's, instead of having to write it all out, 3 squared means 3 and 3, 3 to the third means 1, 2, 3, and then having to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can do kind of a shortcut and do 2 plus 3, because I have 2 of these, 3 of these, so 2 plus 3 will give me 5 3s. Now remember that our bases never change, so remember, bases never change. All right, so this 3 did not change. All right, the only time it would change is if we actually did do 3 times 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 3, 5 3s. All right, and I mean, we could do that. 3 times 3 gives me 9. 3 times 3 gives me 9. 9 and 9 give me 81. Multiply that by my final 3. So I get 3, 24. So the answer to this would be 2, 4, and 3. All right, but my bases on here, when I'm adding my exponents, those do not change until the very end when we're actually solving it out. All right, so the main lesson is going to be, if my bases are the same, then I take my exponents and I add them to get my answer. All right, so 3 to the second, 3 to the third, 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 gives me 5. If I multiply it out, it gives me 243. All right, so that is the intro for our lesson.